There we go. There we are. Let's go. Do a little bit of talk. A little bit of tackle talk. If I can get this in the middle, that'd make it a whole lot easier for me to maybe I can use my hat. There we go. It's gonna be a lot better. A lot better. And I got the tackle bag right here. So once we start getting some viewers in here, we're gonna go ahead and start popping the box open and showing off some baits and stuff. But I can feel it now. It's not gonna be a quick moving day. I feel like it's gonna be really slow. I was watching Catfish's live this morning, and he didn't stay on for very long because of it, I feel like. But nonetheless. Massive tackle box. Got it cracked open. Now we're just waiting for some viewers. I think also it takes a second for YouTube to get that notification out there for people, which is kind of crazy. Hey, RayRay from Tina, I appreciate you checking in. Thank you. You're the first person jumping in here. I'll show off some baits. I'm gonna wait, try to get a couple more people in here. I'm gonna talk it up, but I got my tackle box over here. I don't know if the thumbnail popped up today for you guys. I hope it did. And yeah, I'm gonna show off some of the baits that are in this box. And also, I'm gonna talk about a bait at the end of this live that I'm probably going to take and send over to Carver. J-Man, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna take this big bait that I have in the bottom. I'm gonna show that at the end. I plan on taking that. I'm gonna add some things to it: new tail, new eyes, so it could be usable. And I'm gonna send it over possibly to Carver. Then I'm gonna have Carver take it, and I'm gonna have him paint it, do something with it, and then we're gonna give it out to one of you good people that all are out here supporting everybody, doing what they're doing. We thank you guys for that. James, howdy, James, howdy. We got the tackle box here, guys. I'm doing great, brother. What's up? Doing pretty good, man. Today's a decent day. It went from 80 degrees 2 days ago to 60 degrees yesterday to 40 today. So the weather's flexing. It's getting them fish riled up, though. I can tell you that much. I don't know if anybody's on drinking their coffee, but trying to figure out why. There we go. All right, we got a couple people in here. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and start digging in the box and showing off some of these jigs. This jig here is something that is kind of probably what Catfish would absolutely love. I think Catfish would love this. Just a old school. You know, it's got a good little heavy-sided minnow head on it. I like it. I just don't like the long blade. The long blade could probably be a little different, but it will work. And this is what the type of jig I was talking about for Catfish as well, because his beard is that color. He could use a few strains of his beard and make something similar to that. And I don't know, pretty cool jig there. Got another little minnow topper jig. I've never really seen them like this. It's got a little wiggle tail, paddle tail, and it's got a jack hook in the top, but it's also got a treble to the bottom. So not gonna miss no fish with this guy. And it's pretty heavy, So I'd imagine that you could either jig this or, bounce it under some ice, or just cast and retrieve. I just started on my new best sound effects, aka call it sound creepy dude. James, hey boss, I love fishing. Tina, like that one with the red tail. Yeah, I think that would do some good. I really do. Let's get into a couple more of these little soft swim baits like that. Another one. Gotta get me a stand, guys. Gotta get me a stand. And then we have a very big, I want to say that's a shad. Silver, bright, with some black patterns on it. Got the red tail on. Does good. I've never really given. So I got a lot of stuff here, and I have even more in my unit. And there's not much that I've gotten to do with these baits. There's been a few of them I've taken out of here and done some fishing with, and have had success with lures that look similar to them, but not really. I haven't really dug into this and got to do a whole lot of fishing with it. And that being said, I'd like to one day, like I told Catfish, maybe come down there once I start making trips. Look at that little guy. Has a rattle in him. Little bitty one. It's kind of similar to this one, just a little bit smaller, and it doesn't have that dot on there like this one does. This one here is a little bigger and looks a little different. I use some of them, but that red tail one, the what we would call old man's beer jig, haven't used that one. This one I plan to put to some use this year. My buddy used it last year. He didn't catch anything with it, but I think we were in the wrong location. It's got like a rainbow trout pattern to it, very pretty jerk bait. And then it's got a little bit of husk on the back here, just to, give a little bit of flash. Beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout pattern. Camera don't do it justice. He said, I'm old-fashioned. I use earthworms, corn, chicken, liver. Well, hear me out. You can catch trout here in PA with some of these jigs. However, 95% of what's in this box right now, not going to catch me trout. It's going to catch me striper. It'll catch me largemouth. It'll catch me smallmouth. It will catch me bass of varieties. It will catch me maybe even some snakehead, stuff like that. There's snakehead here in PA. I just haven't found them. That's one fish I would absolutely love to get on. I've used this one. Caught a couple of bass with this one. Not big ones, but very nice bait. And this is a diving bait, as you can tell by the top here. As you're cranking, it'll dive down. No need to pop it unless you're absolutely wanting to and just got the itch to pop. But blue eyes. We still are on the top, guys. We're still on the top here. Somebody was smart about the zip tie thing here. I like that. Whoever did that, I appreciate it. Probably my wife. Nice. I use earthworms too, James. Yeah, see, and the thing is here in PA on opener, April 4th coming up. Be sure to mark your calendars. 8 a.m. It's going to be an early stream. And I love everybody, but I will be streaming no matter what. 8 a.m. April 4th. That's why I'll be putting it out there at like a month in advance. The countdown's serious. It's like a kickoff here for football, but in Pennsylvania. Let me show this off real quick. Little cheap pop and cork. It's got both the hooks tied together with a zip tie. That way that you ain't got them swinging around, which is a pretty good idea, actually. But Just a popping cork, small little popping cork. But on opener, I usually go, my go-to baits on opener is going to be two things. It's going to be early bird gets the worm. Yes, sir. Well, see, on opener, not only will we be up early, James, we'll be up extra early, because if we don't get to the lake before, right when they open the gates up, there'll be a line there in the morning. Like, if we try to go and head there and get there by like 9 o'clock, the lake's already going to be completely plumb packed. That's how bad it gets here in PA for trout fishing. You go to a creek stream, you go to a river, you go to anywhere that there's other people and fishing, you're going to be elbow to elbow. And the reason I go to this lake is because it's kind of died down, it's tucked off, it's in the middle of nowhere, and not many people like driving all the way out there to go fish it. But there is a nice group that does. And I want to be able to get my spot. Got to get my spot. Yeah. They like to say everybody gets the worm. All right, let's show off another jig. Another diving jig. It's like a little minnow bait here. A lot smaller. Gold, black. We got some trebles, and it's a diving bait as well. I love these baits, man. I love them. And that's another reason why I kind of take them to the rivers and streams trying to throw them, because there's so many times if you go to a creek here in PA where you're just going to run into the issue of snags, lose bait. So I try to number the amount of uses. If I ever go to my tackle box, I grab a few baits. I leave my tackle box there. I don't ever take it all with me. I also have a lot of plastics as well that I'll show off. RayRay Doodah, what's up, Doodah? Glad you're checking in, man. Showing off these baits right here. This one has like a reddish pattern under its gill plate, and then this one has no red at all. And it's another diving bait, bigger eye, striped, trebled. Clean out the. Well, are you talking about on Facebook, Doodah? I post. So here's the thing with Facebook. I post old stuff on Facebook. That photo was actually when I did clean out my tackle box, like I think a week or two ago when I did a live on it, and I had to delete it because it did something in my on my stream while I was sitting there getting ready to end it, and I think I pressed the wrong thing and it removed the live and deleted it. So I just said we'll throw that one to the birds, and I'll just use the photo one day to put on Facebook. So the new photos of the clip thumbnail today of me just in here talking about some of my lures, some of my baits, things to use, things not to use, what you guys think looks good. All right, let's grab another one over here. A lot of people like these. This is one that I've actually used quite a bit, but I don't seem to do good here in PA, and I think it's because a lot of the lakes in Pennsylvania don't have crawls. But and when a lake or a creek does not have very many crawls in and out of it, then the bass don't know what this is. Bass is confused. You know who I am, right? Doodah. I don't. I don't. No, I don't really know people's name. If I know you, then yeah. If I'm around you a lot, I know you, but Doodah damn 415. Come on. Is it Mason? Oh, okay, Chris. Right on, bro. That shows that you're awesome, bro. That shows that you went and checked out you clicked on my stuff, you went and looked at my thing, you found my, but I think you've been in here before. So thank you for supporting, bro. And Tina, how's your day going? Is it going? Is it very much going? And hey, I wanted to chat with you for a second. We didn't see you. I don't know if you jumped back in on Catfish's live because I watched it a little bit this morning. And is Chad messing with you? Yeah, he's my friend on Facebook too, and he's a goofy dude. So I could see it. I could see it. Let's show off another bait, shall we? This one is a handcrafted, hand-painted. I'm wanting to say by a child. I don't know who. I don't know where this tackle came from. I bought it from a friend. He gave me it all. And I accumulate tackle. But tell me this ain't one of the coolest little things. You know, it's got some diamonds as eyeballs. And then it's painted and it's got a nice sparkle to it. And I think it's just a popping cork. It ain't nothing special. It just sits on the top and you just pop it. But I love it. Dude, I said fire. That's what I said, dude. I'm scared to throw it, though, man. I hate throwing these kind of baits because this one's handcrafted, obviously. And, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. So it's like, this probably has some sentimental value to it. It's got some really nice hooks on it. And, yeah, I don't know. There's some things that I want to hang on to in this tackle, and maybe just like hang on like a banner or something when I get super old. Baits that I'm probably won't use and don't have much use here where I am at the moment, but I'd like to put a lot of these to use. Check this out. This is gonna blow y'all's mind. This is for the ocean, if I'm not mistaken. Check that out. Dives down. Big old hooks, man. Look at that bait. I don't even know what to call this. This is a spook. Is this what they call spook? Yeah, Tina, you know, that's what I say. And that's why I'll also go use a lot of power bait and stuff on trout opener. Let me get back to that convo. Sorry. I'm all over the place with topics. That's how I am. I try to keep the topics flowing, keep the people coming in. But you know, on trout opener, I'll usually use smaller size night crawlers with marshmallow on a Carolina rig, which is, I'm sure everybody that does some fishing knows a little bit about what a Carolina rig is. I use a small egg sinker, 1/4, a small swivel, and then about 2 to 3 feet of leader with a very small hook. And on that hook, I put a marshmallow with a night crawler. What that marshmallow does, it's going to put some bright near that worm, and it's going to lift it up out of the water column with that leader, and fish will snap it. And then the other go-to bait is power bait, but I won't say exactly which kind. You guys are going to have to watch my videos to go see which power bait is the key power bait to slapping down rainbow trout on opener. For salmon and stripers. That is for salmon and stripers, huh? Good to know. That's good to know. Check out this swim bait. A breakdown swim bait. One of these little cheapies, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can get them on Temu for like $5 or something like that. How I acquired it, my buddy Matt, he gets all kinds of tackle, and he's the type to sell it all. And I think these last 5 years or so, last year, he kind of was like, man, I've been through a lot of tackle, and you ain't never got to fish it, and you're always giving me tackle. So he was like, you know what, you're getting all this. And he handed it all to me. He was just like, here, take it. What's for trolling? Is it that thing for striper and salmon, doodah? So that's a nice little swim bait. Yeah, man. And you know, I know this right here. We got fish here in PA we got fish here in PA that can actually eat this, such as probably destroy it. Tiger muskie, pike, they're here. We catch them. I got a buddy that knows just about where all them bigger fish are. And normally we catch our pike through the ice. We don't like to go out and catch them on big ass baits. We like to go out, get minnows, put them through the ice, and we like to rip them through the ice. But You can definitely catch them with these too. That's why I said a lot of my baits are just going to sit. A lot of them. And yeah. What about this little guy? So you said that one was for salmon. What about this little guy? Same concept, same little. You think trout will get on that, dude? Honestly, troll that with behind like a kayak or something. Think the trout would get on that? That'd be crazy, right? Be awesome, honestly. It's got a little underbelly with a couple of lines. Another reason I'm showing off baits is they do a lot better on my shorts. I get these little clips and stuff in between from YouTube where it takes my shorts itself and is like, hey, I think you should make a video with that. And if you do that with them videos, it pushes your algorithm a lot more. Like the last 2 shorts that I've put out, 1,500 views. I don't have that many subscribers. I only have, I think, 178, 78, if I'm not mistaken, almost 180. I'll chase it also, but I'm in Cali. That's what we use them for, but I'm sure muskie and pike would eat them. Yes, was gonna say the smaller ones are for trout. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to put that to the test. That's gonna have to go in my personal little tackle box. See, this, like I said, this ain't in my personal tackle box. My personal tackle box is actually in this bag, and it's got all this stuff here, you know, wraps around and clips in the front. I got the bags and stuff. Here, I'll pull out my fly boxes. You guys want to see some flies? Yes, I have flies. I have flies because I acquire just about any kind of bait. Dude, I'll be right back, bro. Not a problem, man. If you don't, thank you for joining anyway. 20 minutes. Be right back. We got 4 in the chat. I appreciate it. If you're here, smash the like button, comment, let us know who's in the house. About to show off. I'm gonna wait until Doodah gets back to show these off. Since he's a California man and he does the old trout fishing himself. Look at this little guy. Look at this little bitty thing. I think this is pretty cool. This little bait here. Little bitty thing. I mean, this thing is tiny, guys. Somebody's used it. I know I don't think I have. I am going to take this string off. So that's something that I will be doing sitting here, is taking the strings off of every one of these little jigs to make it easier to access and go ahead and just tie on up. 3 in the chat. And if you're busy, I get it. You guys just got me up, and I appreciate that more than anything. I'll show this guy off. Another Yozuri. Another Yozuri. Little clear bait. It's got a little rainbow color in it. Flash, you know. Diving bait. I'm sure this is kind of like a jerk bait. You jerk it around. I like that. And it's so beautiful. I'm learning. I'm watching, learning. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'll teach you whatever you need to know about these baits, man. And when we're out on the waters and I'm actually fishing, Tina, I think you said you guys are out. Where are you guys at again? Kansas? Or Missouri? I know you guys got trout out there, so, you know, you guys could pick up my tactics on my lives and go try them out in your guys' waters. However, I heard Missouri has good trout fishing, but it just, their fishing is vaguely skittish, if you will, because you guys don't stock a lot, and people are on them just about instantly. But here in Pennsylvania, they're on them instantly as well, but there's so many stocked that they don't run out. You know, they don't. And it's amazing how many fish and how big a fish they put here in PA. Because I watch other YouTube videos, and a lot of people catch a lot of small ones, 12 to 14 inches, and they're grateful. But here in PA, when I caught my first trout and it was over 17.5 inches, that was my first one, and almost never caught a fish with such fight in it in the beginning of spring, and I've just been hooked since. I've never trout fished. Tina, you would love it. If you get your setup correctly, okay, and you understand where they're at and you're actually catching them, and like I said, you go back in some of my older videos and we've done trout opener videos. I have previous last or a couple years ago's live, or not a live, but it was like one of my first videos. And if you ever do watch that, you can go and watch that one and then go to my most recent video and see how much of a dramatic difference in editing skills and talking to the camera that I've made. Because before, I used to be terrible at talking to the camera while I'm out there and stuff like that, and clipping clips and stuff like that. But on trout opener here, man, it is wild. I gotta run Tinkerbell out to potty. You guys have a great day. God bless. James, if you come out here, I'll show you some in person. You can come on out here and I'll just show you a couple of these baits in person, man. Thank you for joining though, man. My sister's in Kansas. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, Tina, well, wait, babe, I don't think your sister's in Kansas. She lives in Kansas City, Missouri. Cool, I'm in an extra corner of southeast Kansas. 10 minutes from Missouri. 10 oh, okay, so you're right in between. Nice. Okay. Yeah, they are pretty close. All right, let's show off these. Hey, Tina, I know it's going to be a while before we make it to the ocean, but these baits here are for the ocean. These are for your octopus and squid, which I want to put these bad boys to use one day. Me and my wife plan on doing some traveling in the future, and these are squid jigs. So you pretty much cast them out. You want to be on a shore or a dock line, or what would they call it? A pier. There we go. I knew what the word was, just couldn't get it out. Find you a good pier, shallow water, spot the octopus in the water, the squid just floating around, and you cast these in their direction, and they will not hesitate. They will come up, these spikes here, they come up, grab it, and you just slowly reel, and these little spikes are going to go into their tentacles and pull them on in. Got a couple of those actually. Got that one, and then I have a smaller one as well, yellow and chartreuse color. Really looking forward to trying them out. These will be so cool to go throw in the ocean, I think. All right, what else we got here? Flip this around and see if that can. There we go. There we go. All right. Show a couple more baits. Yeah, in the middle. Okay. Black. This one's beat up. I honestly think I found this one in a river. On a riverbed. So I always find baits and I always bring them home too. Black one. It's got some silver spots on it, and it's a very long nosedive. I'm guessing this bait stays towards the bottom of the water. But nice bait. Especially something to just find along the river. Sitting in some muck. Another one of them little, this one's actually broken. This one can go in the Trisash, but broken tip. Little bitty rainbow pattern minnow, if you will. I'm guessing that's a shad, honestly, with that dot right there. I love the color of this bait. Check this one out. The color of this is insane. Very bright. Not the smallest diving bait, so probably a jerk bait of some sort. Love that. Looks different. Absolutely. Got a nice size rattle in it. May just end up putting that in the personal tackle box, honestly. That is actually pretty nice. And then we have one next to it that's kind of similar, just different. Clear bodied blue with some dots up the top. Get that off of there. And if the wife is still here, thank you, love. Hopefully kids aren't driving you too mad up there. Thank you for allowing me to get out here and breathe for about an hour or so, talking and going through this stuff and just burning off a day so we can look forward to this upcoming spring. I'm so excited. I should have put that there. Probably not. Probably not. I just get a message. Okay. Something happened there. Something happened there. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully they're still here. Hopefully they're still here. Dude, he's looking at what I sent him from Facebook. LOL. Did I freeze up? Did I freeze up on you guys, dude? For a second? Oh, okay. Okay, Chris. I see who you are now. Thank you. Thank you. I see who you are now. Yep, we're still over showing stuff off. I still got 2 more rows of this box, and then I'm going to show you guys my flies as well. Check that out. Little silver / clear body. Over here with the, I want to say pink. I want to say that's a pink head. That might go good out here in PA, honestly, for the bass, because it's so bright. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely put some of these in my personal tackle box this season. Some that I just kind of overlooked, didn't care too much to try. Here, we'll do this real quick. James is down here. How's she going, brother? How's it going?
Still on there?
Yeah, I'm still on here. Got the neighbor coming in, saying hello, everybody. James, personally himself. Check these out, man. I'm gonna get ready to show everybody these.
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Right.
These are all hand-tied stuff, too.
Yeah, I could tell.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that might like right there.
Oh, yeah.
Cricket. That one looks like a cricket.
Uh-huh. As soon as it hits the water, dude, usually they're on them. Bam!
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, there's
that. Get back there.
Huh?
Alex.
Yep. Alrighty, guys. I'm his wife, by the way. Babe. Yeah, I'm good. We should be good. You got a cigarette on you by chance? Get a cigarette off of you? I know I shouldn't, but... Oh. What, Tinker? I know. I promise you, I'll give you a treat here in a little bit, okay? Dude, that's my wife.
All right.
I got you. That's my beautiful wife right there, dude. I'll show off these baits. Dude, I know you do some bass fishing, man, so you're probably going to like some of these baits that I got, too. Check out this. I got things for trailers as well. This one. Dude, I actually got a company on here. Since you're already over on Facebook, I'm gonna show you here in a minute. Honestly think you should go check him out. Kiefer Tackle, very good bass company, and Rip and Lip Lures, which I'm sure you're already over there checking out Rip and Lips. He's all over the Facebook pages. That's another. Never was a fan with these little blades. I don't know about everybody else, but I just feel like it's just extra weight for the bait, in my opinion. All right. Look at this. Look at this thing, man. A little torpedo. Sets on the top of the water and it plops with this little fan in the back. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to give this a whirl this year for sure. Bass are going to probably be on this year because, especially at the ponds that I go fish, especially on the lakes and stuff that I fish, because there's a lot of frogs. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. You're awesome, man. Yeah, man, that's all we try to be, man, is just spread love and positivity, man. I know, man. That tailspin's crazy, right? And you think that's like a frog pattern? That's what I was guessing. Maybe like a frog pattern. And it's a pop and top, you know? So I feel like that's going to be fun. Get a fish to blow up on that early morning or late night, you know, from the frog action. Troubles in the phone. Man, bunch of treble hooks, man. They don't play. They do not play. Check this one out. A little bit bigger one of the little guys that I showed off in the beginning. It's got the red gill plate underneath. You. I'm over here doing. Huh? Yeah.
Notice how it wasn't nasty. Listen, today this will be my second one.
Really?
I've been up since like 3.
That's good.
You know what I mean? You've heard me. You pump the balls of fame. You know what I mean?
Now, bro, I can't hear you now that they got that AC unit
How long have
fixed.
your back been on the bed? Have you done something to change that situation with the back? I know you went through a back problem with that bed.
We got a foam square top. Yep.
Listen, I'm talking. If you can't sleep on that regular mattress. Never do it.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking. I coughed one time. Something in my back popped because I was sitting on one of the springs. So like you got like, yeah, bro, and I've been fucked.
Get you one of those square sponges at Walmart. They're like $30.
Okay, for the top of the chip, and they get all in your back for you.
Oh, bro, I sleep so much better.
What they're called?
I can't even remember. I just know if you go to Walmart, go ask one of the workers to point you in the direction of foam.
When the time I'm going, I'm gonna come. It's called mattress top.
Yeah, foam top. Yep, mattress foam top.
What size bed is that?
I want to say a double or a twin.
The double is a twin.
Yeah.
2 people bed. Sure, there's 2 pillows, 2 sides.
Babe, what size do you say that mattress is for the foam top? Yeah, bro, I got a YouTube channel, so I'm over here showing off my fishing baits, and then this spring I'm gonna be doing a lot of fishing. It's a basic fishing license for your normal fish, or like $30, and then 15 for your trout permit. So about. Oh yeah, they stock 5 million trout a year here. Yeah, every nook and cranny of water is full of fish.
I'm starting to like little hobbies like cornhole fishing. I'm talking about truth over there. But cornhole shit, come on, play, bro. Have a glass, bro.
Hell yeah.
Cornhole. I'm talking about
yeah, but they won't let you drink. Cornhole is a drinking game. Yeah. Okay. My wife said them beds are a full. Yeah, a full bed. All right. Well, I'm gonna show off some more baits here. Yeah. Yep. I know how to do all the editing for your like thumbnail pictures and all that stuff. Yep.
I get that since I started in the GLB, so I got creative shit going on. I get blocked. You know what I mean?
It happens.
Need to be around other experiences. This is why very much so opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
The notion is it's being around people who are like-minded is a better predictor of success.
It is.
Because you're like-minded. Now opposites can attract because you might have something, this person might have something to bring together.
And turn it into something.
I mean, because what makes that buddy is when you got shit like that, you need that other person to success. So with your own shit though, if you get something like-minded, both of y'all are just yourselves.
Yeah.
Y'all bring it together. Of course, it's gonna work.
Yep.
But one person thing, you got to expect when opposites attract, you got to expect that one person to be there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you go dolo, entrepreneur, can't nobody mess your shit up because you dug in.
Yeah.
You put it into where.
It's the same way in a relationship, bro. No, you're good, boss. I got a few loyal fans that come in and they check me out and, you know, they love what I do.
Oh, yeah, bro. Listen, shit.
Check that one, guys. I think that's a shad.
And listen, we'll put on like Fisher hats and shit, walk down the street, fucking talking about shit.
I already got my own, I already have my own clothing and shit like that. My own hats.
Ooh, see what I mean? And creative shit. See, once you expose yourself to more creativity, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Ideas and shit.
Yep, I got a guy that makes I got a cutting board back here in my bag that has my logo on it and all that stuff. A cutting board.
You have to listen.
Check this one out.
It's
That's got a lot of
come up with a business. This
shakes in it.
Too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Analysis and shit like that. Dude, the way how women are on the planet, it's almost as if your clothing, right? It's all fishing gear. It's fishing gear. You better make panties and balls because listen. To everyone, man, listen, you have to appease women first, and then it picks up with the men too.
Yeah.
Because, listen, if you look at before you come up with a business, always look at the census. So when you need, okay, your product is going to be men based, but women what's the name too?
Yeah.
Balls or shit in there.
Or just like crop tops and
some kind of something a girl can put in, because girl can be in there to let them know. She's not one of those motherfuckers that thinks it's all for just men.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
To the women, which is everyone
who we still got in here, guys?
I remember I looked up something ridiculous. It was like to every one man, it was like 10 females on the planet.
Wow.
That's wow. So you better do something to appease, or your business is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because most dudes are haters. Like, okay, for instance, why would I really put in dudes are followers? Okay, say if 100 million people are already looking at you. Of course, now I see that you ain't. You see what I mean? Now I'm gonna tag along because I see other people that I might like or see is looking at you, which gets you a view.
Right.
See what I mean? But always look at that census.
Right. Always.
You like fishing. How many women like fishing? How many men like fishing? So yeah, make underwear, make girl hats, make with your signature. It's girl stuff. So women be like, okay, he's not this fucking jerk that thinks fishing is just all for fucking men.
Yeah.
Women are out there catching bass like a motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, I see them all the time on YouTube.
They got records, big dumb fish. They're whole silly looking, yellow, ugly looking jaws, lips and shit. They're catching up on these motherfuckers.
Oh man. And let's show off some of these bass baits, man. Oh. I ain't got my own baits, but I got bait companies and stuff. Yes. Yes. Here was about a 20-pound flathead catfish. And they're nasty here. They get all brown and yellow looking and Oh, I know it. Rip and Lip Lures, another bait company I've done work for. He gives me a lot of trailers, a lot of worms. This one here is this blue flake. It's called Okeechobee Crawl. Blue, light and green colored, kind of, with a shining blue flake in it. These ones right here can be wacky rigged. They can be placed on a trailer. And this is my favorite, Bleeding Shad, Rip and Lip Lures. Right here. This bait does wonders. It actually tears the bass apart on the lakes. Oh, where's that one that I just had? There it is. This one here is a cherry seed, dark red with a black flake. Same thing, wacky rig. It can be trailed long ways as well, but I prefer them wacky rigged with a heavy weight, popping it off the bottom. And then another company that I've done work for, Bass Baits. Here's one of his jigs. Kiefer Tackle. This is the one that I was saying, dude, I ought to go check out if you're still in here. And then he gave me a couple sets of crawls, which are in my bag already. Those are for the smallmouth. But then he also has these right here. I think he is a dark green with a purple. Kiefer Tackle. Tina said, I'm still here. Appreciate you, Tina. And then to pair with this jig, to put something on the back of it with that trailer, you need a trailer. This one here, I'm going to give a whirl this year on that jig. It's a long trailer. Very colorful, very long, split-tailed, ribbon. I think, honestly, this right here does some damage this year. I really do. And like I said, I've had these baits for a while, man. Just haven't put them out there in the water like that. Let me show these flies. Oh, you're good. I feel like me talking to somebody, at least it's just showing everybody that I have conversations.
And that also, and then if they hear something incorrect, because this part is going to be said, look, 101 males for every 100 females in the world, right? Meaning slightly outnumber women. The global roughly, we outnumber 42 million men, right? Now let's talk about this prison thing.
Oh, I know.
You see what I mean? So listen.
Prisons are getting wild.
Because listen, if it was like that, then the fathers would be in the homes, and then all of the stuff that's happening. So where are the men? You know where they are.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're blue, yellow, black, purple. You're in fucking prison.
Yeah.
That's where they're at. So guess what's going on? Female, because that's what's out here.
Yeah, they're
so
roaming.
I think what happens naturally. So if it's 101 men to every 100 women, right? Obviously. Blind Straight.
Somebody said, oh, Blind Straight's in the chat. What's up, Blind Straight? Good afternoon.
Yeah, so you see what I mean? So pretty much it's all female. So if you need to get out here and
have to. My wife, she can get out there and fish with the best of them. There's some flies that we're about to show off. How's it going? Is that Shantae? Yeah, hey Shantae. I remember I joined your live the other night.
Let me see one of your nice baits.
Which one, man?
Just a nice color. Like, okay, pick one of these nice colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sunglasses.
He says sunglasses. Yeah, I'm working on getting me some Meta glasses. Anybody want to donate so I can get some Meta glasses? That's gonna help the game dramatically. Well, they got cameras on them. That's what I'm needing. That for my fishing, so I don't have to do much but just stay locked into the game. Check them flies out, guys.
Sunglasses. Oh, you ain't got to do nothing. Get the ones. Hey,
these are all hand tied.
Get the regular specs. You don't even get the new jazzy. Just get your label out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show you out there catching some fish. Actually out there getting busy. You know.
Yeah, and a lot of these baits will be getting used this year. The past couple years, like I said, I got bait companies that send me shit. And
I see you out there trying to catch some shit.
Yep. I go all over PA, bro. Oh, yeah. How's it going, guys? Mm-hmm. Well, see, the creek streams here in PA, I'm not going to lie, if you go out a little bit, the water comes out of the wild mountains. And man, you talk about some fresh water. You can that's where most of the fish go to. They want that fresh spring water. And it's cold, ice cold, constantly. Man, me and my wife and kids, we'll pack up. We'll pack up and we'll go hit the stream I'll catch something to eat for the day. I'll fillet the fish right there. We'll fry it. Bring hot sauce, tart, all that. Make sandwiches, whatever with it, and then we'll get in the creek and swim and have a great time.
Yeah, now creeks, I could do that tadpoles. We catch tadpoles and crayfish.
I try to get my kids out there to do the things that I did when I was a little boy. Oh man. You guys are awesome. Thanks for checking this out and staying in here, man. Especially you, Shantae. You're awesome. Oh, it's like that all around here. Ticks. I don't know if you know what ticks are. They're bad here, man. You'll be walking around over here and in the trees, they'll just fall out on you. Uh-huh. Cheers to the coffee, Blonde Street. Cheers. You guys like the coffee cup? I'm a terror until I get my coffee. Look, it says I'm a terror until I get my coffee. That'd probably be the next cool thing to get. Get a coffee cup made with my logo right there. Some RayRay Outdoors. Oh man, yeah, if you guys need any apparel or anything of that nature to be, you know, shouted out, or you need some, I got companies for that. That's how it goes, man. You have a good one, Bob. Yeah, I'm on. You too, boss. Neighbor, I'm just chatting it up. I'm about to put some of these in my tackle box. Little trout popper right here. Gotta love it, man. That thing's beautiful. Got told by Doodah that a lot of the bigger ones, such as these guys, Blind Straight, are for salmon, steelhead, stuff of them natures. Tiger muskie, pike. I got some baits over here, man. Big tackle box. Where's that big silver one at? There it is. Show this big guy off. Like I said, I got so many baits, guys. It's ridiculous. Dive down. Pretty big too. That's a big bait. He said them look real interesting. Yeah, I've seen people use them down towards like the ocean and the Great Lakes. They use them to catch salmon. Oh yeah. Dragonfly baits. Check these out. A camera, microphone, and then you wanna have topics and people to interview, and you know what I mean? Even if they're like a lower class artist or something like that, and y'all are just talking about what's the upcoming changes in the industry and stuff like that, and all kinds of shit, man. You can just dive in and head first, bro, and take it to the next level. My mind's set on literally change, bro. And since I've moved here to Pennsylvania after being an addict and everything and having it at the worst, like pushing my shit in a cart, literally in my home state, it's like I want to change. So from then on, I've just been out here doing stuff like this and sticking to myself and staying smart. Shout out to another bait company right here, Pandemic Plastic. Check them out over on Facebook. I got a little teaser pack from the old where's it at? From Big Ass Rods here. Here's a couple of his cup koozies. They're in the car at all times for when I get cans of pop and we're out on fishing trips. You guys need any cup koozies? Holler at Big Ass Rods. I don't know if he's still in connection with his people for these. However, over on Facebook, I have a great family over there of some great bait makers. Like I said, we have Pandemic Plastics, Kiefer's Tackles. I showed them off. And then we also have Rip and Lip Lures, who also is an absolutely amazing bait maker. He's been getting in a lot of new baits. He said, "You got a nice arsenal." It's pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice. And the thing is, I don't get to use it much. You know, a lot of this stuff has just been piled up, and I just let it stack and stack and stack. And blind straight, I try to invite people to fishing events once a year, a couple times a year, whenever, free of charge. Pretty much just get out here. You get out here and I'll put you on the fish. It's just a matter of people getting here. I used to use tequila sunrise rubber worms down in Kentucky. Are you catching trout down there, blind straight? Yeah, man. This year is gonna be fun. I plan on getting out on the water quite a bit this year, especially now that I can do live streams. Last year was kind of slow because that's what I wanted to do the most last year. And then it said YouTube went from it telling me that I needed 50 subscribers to saying that I needed 100. And when that had happened, I was kind of upset and beat down because I was like, man, that's how a lot of people get their subscribers and likes. And so I tackled it head first on Facebook, met a bunch of great people on live streams, had them come over, get my YouTube channel at least up to 100. And now we got some great crew people in here from other live streams, such as yourself, Blind Straight, Tina, Indiana Chris. There's quite a few people that I can name off. All right, let me grab this personal box back here. I'm gonna start putting some of these jigs in there, or some of these lures in there. Stickers all over my tackle box. Mugsy's Baits, if you guys ever know or have heard of them in Missouri. Tina, if you're listening still, a bait company right here. Their number is still there. I'm sure that it is still the same. If you want to take a screenshot or, you know, whatever, check them out. They're near you guys, and let them know RayRay Outdoors sent you guys over. And they make anything from crappie baits to bluegill baits to trout baits. They have a wide variety and collection of baits that they've gotten over there in the last few years. I did some. They were the birth of my fishing page slash, you know, YouTube starting paging. They're the whole reason behind me even getting in contact with other bait makers and letting them know, like, hey, I've done work for Mugsy's. Check out this YouTube video, or this short clip, which is on one of my buddies' page. And how's it going? How's it going? Enjoying the weather, man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Over there stealing all their damn food.
But right now, I'm gonna take some of these. Here's another one I already have in there. Hell yeah. The video on this bait here got over 100 or 1,500 views on a short. You too, brother. Alrighty. Which ones was I saying I'm gonna put in the tackle? I gotta find them now. Check out this little weird bait, man. I always thought it was cool. I gave it a whirl last year, and it didn't do too well. Sharp pointed head, long body, wiggle tail. You would think something would want that, but I honestly think this is made for maybe the ocean. It's made to go in the ocean. Some shoreside fishing with that. Alright, which ones was I telling myself? We were talking about putting this here in the tackle box. Check this guy out. We'll go ahead and show it off again. I think this is a popping cork. It just you pop it, and then it makes some flutters in the back. Make a lot of noise on the top of the water. Get them bass rowdy. That's going in. No bass. Oh, Blind Shirt, you're on the bass down there. Well, just like everybody else that I've ever talked to, You're more than welcome, man. Trout opener, Pennsylvania every year. April time. More than welcome to come up here. I know some people are like, oh, I got fish where I'm at, but like I try to tell all of them, you know, you may have fish wherever you're at. You may. However, you're only going to have so many memories of traveling, great times, adventures, meeting new people. And that's the whole point behind my page. I want to get people motivated to travel once a year. Look forward to a fish opening to kick off the year, to start it off right in the springtime. And just get out there, have a blast, have a fish fry. I want to eventually start up like a little class to where after we catch all of our fish, take everybody down to the creek, show them step by step how you can clean trout different ways. You can skin a trout, you can fillet a trout, you can also just clean its innards and have the entire body, fins and all just intact still, just clean the insides. There's multiples of ways to clean a fish, and I just thought maybe one year soon in my future have it to where at the lake that I go to, it's kind of made for people that aren't able to fish. You know, there's handicap docks that only allow people that are handicapped to fish from it. And that would help people such as like my buddy. He only has one leg. People like my children who have conditions and aren't able to be as active and moving, getting down hills and stuff like that. People in wheelchairs, disabled veterans. One day I want to start a program to do something like that. Go out, get ready for opening trout, pick these people up on the opening morning, take them to somewhere where they can have an absolute blast. Pictures, and just a great time. And memories. The most important thing, memories. So far, I'll show off some of my spinners that are you know when a spinner's good when you got it, and they look like one of these ones. Hold on, let me show it to you guys. This spinner used to be green and pink. Used to be. Check it. This thing has no paint left. And why is because where I used to fish all the time, the trout and the smallmouth will just tear them apart. I mean, they just tear these spinners apart. They love them. Another bait company over on Facebook that sent me over. Where is it? It may be in my smaller grab box. Is that where it's at? Oh, hooks. Come here, little bag. Nope, not in there either. There we are. Is that where she's at? There's where she is. K&B baits or F&B baits. It might be F&B. I can't remember for sure though. He's out in California. He sent me over a trout spoon. I love this thing. Half the time when I go to throw it, I'm scared to throw it because, yeah, it might be for trout and the fish might strike it. On opener, them fish are more looking for stuff that tastes good, such as live bait. Will they chase and strike something? Possibly. But usually a fish needs to sit in some water for a while and not be messed with before it sees something shiny and wants to chase it. Especially a trout. April, Illinois is going to be bass extravaganza. Yeah, that's how it is here in PA, Blind Strait. For the trout, though. We got our bass here, too. You'll catch them here as well. Smallmouth crazy. I think the biggest smallmouth that I've caught here in PA is like 23 inches, 22 inches. So, they get pretty decent size here. They're fun to catch, but, man, here's the problem, okay? A lot of people catch their stock trout and they go to lakes or, you know, stuff like that. And 95% of the time, anybody that's caught a trout out of a pond or a lake, they realize that when you go to reel in that fish really don't fight much. that fish is already tired. And why is because it's hungry. It's already been messed with for the last couple of days, getting put in a truck and a big ass tank. And so they're just hungry and want to be left alone. So they eat food and then they want to rest, and they kind of can't because people are constantly messing with them because it's an opener. And which can aggravate them, which causes an active strike. And they get caught again. It's just, I don't know. Here in PA, there's so many that there's fish in there from last year. You see what I'm saying? We stock 5 million trout a year here in Pennsylvania in our streams, creeks, and lakes. And most of our lakes have streams running through them, so they're cold. All right. What else are we going to add? Tina, I got a question. What kind of bait should I be adding in here? You got any in mind that you remember that I should have put in the smaller tackle box? Is my beautiful wife still here? If you are, I appreciate you. Oh, crap. We cannot forget this bait company. A couple more trailers here. But most importantly, the guy who made my apparel, my hats, my shirts, my cutting boards. Me and the guy here was just talking about it because he wants to start a podcast. He's having that in mind. There's a logo over on Facebook, Southern Goon. Makes some really nice trailers, but most importantly, like I said, he makes a lot of apparel. Hats, any kind of hat you would like, whether it's spoonbill or flat bill. You get either one. And then shirts, hoodies, you name it. She said, I know very little about tackle and fishing. So trailers are for, like these. They got two ribbed tails. They kind of look like a little frog. They kind of go on something like this. You know, and they hang from here with their tail. And that way it gives the bait a little bit of bulkier look. And a little bit of, you know, flash. And then that's what these are here for too. Is to reflect the sun as it spins. Spinning bait. I think these are called chatterbaits. I can't remember. Blind Straight, help me out here. I'm not a massive bass fisherman. Not. When I watched anything back in the day with my grandfather, it was Bill Dance, and more Bill Dance. And he was all about all fish. He was never in particular on one type of fish. He loved just fish. And his tactics are none to a million. You can't beat his tactics. Nobody can. And if you go watch him and Jimmy Houston, I love Jimmy Houston as well. Jimmy Houston's a bass fisherman. We're just gonna leave it there. He's a bass fisherman. Chatterbaits I use for bass fishing. Yeah. What else here? Oh, and let's not forget the man who's in Gatlinburg himself. Let's show off the old catfish Terry jigs, shall we? Show off the old catfish Terry jigs here. I think that's something we have to do here. I got another pack coming from them with my photo from Carver. I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that photo. We don't have no like pictures in our apartment or nothing yet, and I'm excited to use that one as like, here's our staple photo. You know, we got photos of like my son and my daughter with Santa this past year, and it's just nice to build photos to put in your home. Here goes one of the jigs. And then, yeah, you guys are probably like, dang, that thing's actually kind of small. It is. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I think the ones he sent me in the other package are a little bit bigger. But these ones in particular, I may have to trim down some hackle right here, you know, because it's so down. But that tipped with a half of a red worm, just a little piece of worm hanging off of there, is going to be prime trout. Now, this one's my favorite so far that he sent me. And I think you guys will see why. This one right here. And why is because if you see the back, that little tail, how I'm not even really doing nothing and it's wiggling. if I could get him to make me a couple more like these in the future, kind of pink, you know, with a pink head and a black body, I think the trout will go crazy for these because that kind of looks like a worm. They love worms, and the best time to use worms for trout is probably right after a good little rain. But man, what a job by Catfish. What a job. And then this one. Only got 3 in this little pack, but I think these 3 could do some damage this year for sure. I think this one here would be good for like crappie. I really do. I think that one would be good jigging under a float for some crappie. Which sucks because if I was still living in the cabin that we were living in last year, at this time of the year, I had my fishing license and I would go down to the lake below our cabin that didn't have trout. That was only crappie, bluegill, catfish. So I was able to still fish that lake even during when trout season was out because that lake holds regular fish and not trout. So in PA, there's fishing year round. You can fish for all the other fish, the majority of them anyway, year round. However, there's a cutoff period for the trout at the end of the year, January 1st. So they let you fish all through December, and then they cut it off January 1st and 2nd, and then you got to reinstate your license. But trout fishing is at a like a halt, so you can pay for your trout permit in advance, and you can go ahead and get it and all that stuff. And there's also delayed catch and release only, which is streams that have trout in them. You can fish for them. However, you have to use artificial lures like jerk baits, spinners, stuff like that. And they also have to have no barbs. They have to be clamped down and they have to be caught and released. So, to me, I like to eat fish. I know a lot of people are like, I just like to catch them. Well, I'm somebody that definitely likes to eat them. Fish taste amazing to me. A lot of people like the store-bought fish, and I don't like store-bought fish. And I think that's a problem with a lot of people. They've tried store-bought fish and eaten it all their life, so they're immune to it. So when they eat fresh fish, it's too much. It's kind of gamey, and they're like, But see, I grew up eating fresh game fish, and as I got older and I tried like this battered fish and stuff out here, if it ain't from Long John Silver's, I don't want that fish. Gotta be fresh. Gotta be fresh. Then you also, Kiefer Tackles. He also sent me one of these with all those bass baits or a year or so back. And he sent me a hat too. He's supposed to send me another one. I'm not going to bug him too much on it. He told me he'd send me another one. He got something made up. And he's got a care package for me. But he does crappie baits. A little smaller minnows here. But I like the case. The little case is like a little pocket case. You can throw it in your pocket, have your fishing rod. You really ain't got to take your whole bag. And there's a spot for like jig heads and stuff like that. A little clip though on my thing kind of broke. So you got some white ones here, some white worms or white minnows with a very wiggly tail. Very wiggly. These go good with the jig heads because on the bottom they open up so your hook can go in easily, and they line up flush because they're square on the top. I like that. And these ones are purple. That one's kind of bent up, but these ones here are like a purple with a blue, like baby blue flake in them. And I've tried these. I don't know what you would exactly use these for, but I'm sure these would catch some fish down south. I'm almost absolutely positive. And also, they're hollow on the inside. That's weird. Or no, that bait had air pocket in it and it just popped. Which is kind of weird. Either way, some nice baits. let's start closing this tackle box up here. Oh, before y'all leave, I want to show this off because we talked about it in the beginning. About a bait that I planned on fixing up myself. I'm going to fix everything that needs fixed and keep it from being broke or whatnot. And then I'm going to send it off to Carver. If you're not following Carver, make sure you are. An artist. And he has a great page over there. Great art page. I found him from Catfish Terry, which is a great bait maker. Just showed off a few of his jigs. And what I want to do is get a tail for this. I want to get another eye. And I want to send it off. It needs a tail. It's a giant rat bait. I mean, this thing's, look at the freaking hooks on it, man. Freaking awesome, right? Need to get a tail for it. Tail's been ripped off. Needs another eyeball. I'm gonna get another eye put in, and I think we take this and send it to Carver. Musky bait, yes sir. Massive musky bait. I think it's plastic. Either way, he may be able to paint this. But when he gets done and makes it look whatever way anybody wants or the way he wants, we'll give it out to somebody. Special winner for an art piece. And then whether you want to use it to fish with afterwards or not is up to you. However, I don't think this should be considered a bait after it gets done. I think it should be considered a art piece. So, just seen a notification. Who would that be? Jinxie. Jinxie is live. Line straight. When I get my fishing license, they give me the pamphlet with all the fish you don't want to eat because of poisons in the water. All the fish I like to eat are in the pamphlet. Wow, really, Blind Straight? No kidding. It's that bad down there in Tennessee? In Kentucky? That's scary. I've always Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, originally, and I know how their waters work. Now Kentucky and Tennessee, they still stock trout water down there, and why is because they have fresh springs. Any place that you're gonna find with fresh spring water coming out of mountains and stuff like that, they're gonna put fresh fish or trout in there, fresh fish. But I think they do up in Illinois as well, but it's more towards the Great Lake. Ohio River is filthy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat anything out of Ohio River. If you've ever heard of White River in Indianapolis, I wouldn't eat anything out of there either. However, there's some massive fish to be caught. Massive fish to be caught. You guys want to see my rods? I'll show off the rods if you guys want. I got a reel as well in the back that I can show off before we hop off and out of here. Get myself back upstairs with the wife and the little ones. I'd like to get up to 10 likes at least. That'd be awesome. But it's very hard to get to 10 likes nowadays, man. PCB warning everywhere. What does that mean? What does PCB mean? Sorry to give you guys a shot of the moon. This is my original rod right here. A lot of people are like, why don't you let it go? Well, when I moved here to PA, I had no rod. I didn't even bring anything with me from my home state. And this rod has been a part of me since I've moved here, and has been an inspiration to all my fishing, and stays beside me everywhere. It is a Zebco. It is, it don't even, okay. It's a 6-foot medium, lightweight, 6 to 14 pound, lure weight, 1/8 to 3/4 ounce. And it's a Zebco. It's a black Zebco. And then on here, the reel that I have is a Shimano. See you later, Tina. Thanks for stopping in. Let's show off this last reel, or this last rod. And then I have a brand new reel that I'm going to show off. I think that'll do it, guys, for today. Just wanted to get on here, tell everybody have a great day. This here is my Shakespeare, my other cheap rod. It's a Cyrus. It is a 6'6" medium action. I like my mediums, and it's crispy. It's nice. I love this one. Got a little bit more backbone than the other one, in my opinion. All right, let me go grab this last reel in the back. This is a big boy reel. I gotta find me a big rod for it, or yeah, a big rod for it, so I can it can be my catfishing pole. Where's she at? There she is. And for those that are still here, thank you. Look at that big boy. Yes, sir. And it's got braid on it already. It's a Quantum. It's a cheapo rail, if I'm not mistaken. But she will get the job done. Like I said, guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for smashing the like button. And, you know, I'll do these lives every once in a while, every other day or so, possibly. And usually it'll be a topic about fishing, hopefully. If not, it'll just be a coffee live. Just hang out and chat. April 4th, though, like I said, be blind straight. I don't know if you'll be a busy guy or whatnot. Mark your calendar. It's a big event for me here in PA, and a few friends and family as well. We'll all be out doing our trout opener. I'll be live 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to be so much fun. Fish fry, everything. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Fish on, y'all.